This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
We have quite a few folks that have joined us from all over the world, and I see all praises to the Most High. Our dear friend, Pastor Elijah, has joined us, and Pastor Elijah, welcome to Discoveries in Health and another conference. How are you today, sir?
I'm blessed abundantly. How are you today?
I am blessed, brother. Wow, we have a lot of folks that have joined us here to praise the Most High and to talk about natural remedies, and so I'm kind of multitasking in my way through here, and now if you'd like to make a comment or if you have a question, you have a topic. Maybe I wasn't able to get back to you on the telephone because I keep trying to call people and, we miss each other. But here's a good place where we can get together. And so if you have a question or a topic, please unmute your microphone. Unmute your microphone by pressing the star key 2 times. Two times you press that star key and you can ask your question or make your comment as we get started here on another episode of Discoveries in Health, that we make an audio, video, and we share this information so that we can praise the Most High and help our brothers and sisters to understand how to be comforted when there is any type of illness. I mean, any type of illness. The Lord wants you to be healed. He wants you to be comforted. And that's what we're doing here, is talking about natural remedies, the solutions that the Lord, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Ahaya, Ashar, Ahaya, that he has led us through the Holy Spirit to be guided to understand how to be comforted, how to be healed with natural remedies and our faith in the Most High. So that being said, press your star key 2 times and unmute your microphone and ask a question, make a comment. What should we talk about today? Please give me an idea. Press your star key 2 times. I don't hear anything. It's real quiet out there. I know somebody out there has a question or a topic, something that they would want me to talk about. So I'm going to unmute all the microphones. They're going to get real noisy here. There's somebody in the Washington area, in California. It's in Fairfield area. Do you have a question or a comment or a topic?
Hello?
Yes. Hello. Do you have a question or a topic or something that you would suggest we would talk about?
Yes, I have a question. My brother has been diagnosed with having MS, and he's getting worse. They gave my sister this medication. It's called Respidon. I believe that's what it is. And they told her to give him that. And I looked it up, and it's some type of psychotic drug. And it's not to treat his MS, which I really don't believe he has MS, because all the other patients don't act like him. It's like he's losing his mind. He can't pronounce words he used to speak, like paper towel or can me this. I mean, he just laughing to himself, and he's slowly deteriorating. He can barely walk. He urines a lot. he repeats the same over, and they say it's MS, but they gave him something that's to treat bipolar, paranoid schizophrenic, and I don't understand, why they would give him that instead of, treating his what could this possibly be,
Yeah,
other.
I think the answer is they don't have a remedy for his condition, so they're just throwing drugs at him to work on his that are they're just practicing. They're practicing medicine and with chemical drugs, and and they're giving him things to control his mind, and his mood, apparently. And let's take a look at multiple sclerosis and what the research that I know about it. And please understand, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm not prescribing. I'm not diagnosing. We're simply looking at what natural remedies are known to be available, and what the naturopathic doctors and what the herbalists, what they know about natural remedies and MS. We're just talking about this. This is a discussion. We do this every Thursday for 2 hours, and now we have a suggested topic. We've talked about MS before, but it must be time to go over and go to that website. So you can follow me here if you are on your computer, or if you have a computer or a smartphone. You can follow what I'm going to talk about, and I'm doing a screen capture and a video that will be published next week on the Discoveries in Health tab when you go to the website herbalhealthreview.com. So here we're on our way to herbalhealthreview.com, and we're going to click on we're going to go to the let's go to the menu, or go to the bottom of the page. You'll have, if you're on a smartphone, you have to go to the menu and click on menu, and then go down to Discoveries in Health and click on Discoveries in Health tab. And if you're on your computer, it's at the bottom of your screen, the Discoveries in Health tab, and it gives you the telephone numbers, both in the United States, Canada, and worldwide, internationally. You can join this conference anywhere in the world over your telephone. There's probably a few spots, but China, Russia, all over the place, you can join this conference. Now we've got an open mic. I'm going to close that mic out while we talk about MS. We are going to talk about multiple sclerosis and what the naturopathic consensus of opinion generally is, plus my 55 years of experience of analyzing and researching and manufacturing natural remedies for everything you can imagine. We're going to put that all together, and this is what we came up with. So here we are on the Discoveries in Health tab, and we're looking at that. And below, at the bottom of this tab, Discoveries in Health. So first, I've gone to the website, herbalhealthreview.com. Then I clicked on Discoveries in Health. And then we're looking at all the ways to join this conference, including over your computer at www.uberconference.com/Truman8. And that link is right there on that tab, so you don't have to remember it. You don't have to remember any of these things because all the information is right here before you. And so you're on herbalhealthreview.com. You've clicked on Discoveries in Health tab, and we're looking at the fact that we have over 113. Well, there's actually exactly 113. Next week there'll be 117 or 116 because we keep adding them every week. So there's over 100 of these videos where I'm teaching about the natural remedies that are available. Now, we're not talking about something you can't get or that's hard to get, because I'm going to give you a telephone number, as well as knowing that all these videos are here on this website. So next week, if you can say, well, he talked about MS, well, then I can go and I can look at that report and I can remember what it is that he said. Plus, so what this is a complete system of support so that you can call me and ask questions in your journey to better health. And you can go on the website, betterhealthherbs.com, and you can look at any of the products that I'm talking about, and you can call the manufacturer. So it's betterhealthherbs.com is where the products are. herbalhealthreview.com is where the information is. All the reports, all the research that I'm talking about, let's go over there and take a look at that. So now I'm going up on this tab. I'm going back to home, the menu, and I'm going looking at that menu now again. And let's look at the menu. And I'm going to common conditions. And multiple sclerosis is a common condition. So now I've gone from I'm still on herbalhealthreview.com. I'm not on the betterhealthherbs.com website where all the products are. I'm where the information is on herbalhealthreview.com under common conditions. And I'm going down and I'm looking for a report about MS, because I did the work, folks. I did the work, 55 years of it. And I put in about 300 hours a month doing the work here, about 200 hours helping people, about another 100 hours just researching and refining and making these reports up and keeping these reports up to date with what the latest information is about natural remedies. So we're talking about MS, multiple sclerosis. And it could be AKA Lyme disease, because they're beginning to think that a lot of this Lyme disease, a tick that has caused these conditions. Now, the list of natural herbs that benefit multiple sclerosis is quite long, and it has many opinions from professionals in the healing field. And every person with MS will have a different response to each and every one of these herbs. How do we start? We start with a great foundation of nourishment and making sure that this person is being nourished, because the body will come back and heal itself of things that medical science can't understand why. But if you get to a certain place with the body that you're nourishing it, it knows how to heal itself. Thank you. And so we start with something called Intramax. Now, you're not going to find this in a health food store. You're not going to find the quality of the products that I'm talking about in a health food store. You're not. This Intramax is a doctor's only product. You have to know a doctor that is going to, even if he is a PhD, then he can then talk about this product according to the manufacturer, because this is such a high-tech product that's not available except like on this particular website, but not in a health food store. And it's called Intramax. Intramax. It's an all-in-one liquid nutritional supplement containing over 415 all organic ingredients. You're not going to find that in the store. It's called Intramax, but you can find it here. And when I'm looking at it on this list, on this website, herbalhealthreview.com, under common conditions, under multiple sclerosis, and I'm looking at this product and it's telling me about this Intramax that is over 415 all organic ingredients. I'm saying, wow. And then you can click on it. And if you click on that, guess what happens? It takes you over to that other website, betterhealthherbs.com, which, by the way, you can call on the telephone. Maybe you'd like to talk to them. Maybe you'd like to ask them questions. They give free consultations. They're herbalists, and they manufacture all these natural remedies and bring in special products like Intramax, the greatest multiple vitamin you can get, and over 415 all organic ingredients. So now I'm looking at the product because I clicked on it. In other words, every product in this report that it's talking about, you click on it and you can see it. And you can see the price. It's $80 and it's worth it. And there's never a discount on it because there's no money in they're bringing it in, and there's no money in it. But they have the integrity. That's why this group, betterhealthherbs.com, their name is Health and Herbs. They're in Albany, Oregon. They have these wonderful products, and the government hates them, which is a good reason why you should love them, because they stand in the breach of the hate and persecution of the federal government that does not like a health food. It loves poison drugs. Yes, they do, and they're paid billions of dollars to favor the pharmaceutical industry and destroy natural remedies. They have a complete agency with guns and badges to make sure that happens, and they're called the FDA, and they're evil, and that's the system in America. Like, we got a lot of broken systems in America that need fixing. Hopefully, the new establishment will recognize that and actually do something about it instead of persecute people that are trying to help people with natural remedies. Actually open that up because it's a sinful, evil thing that is going on in our federal government. And I'm the first one to say that too. I've been saying it for 55 years, and they don't like me any more than I like them. So anyway, we're talking about Intramax, and it's absolutely incredible, and it gives you all the ingredients, and it's 415 ingredients. So that would take me a long time just to mention all the ingredients that are in this incredible product called Intramax. It's amazing. So that's the first thing. So we set the stage with an incredible supplement that's kind of rather inclusive. And there's Health and Herbs right there. And here's their telephone number, 541-791-8400. That's 541-791-8400. Can't call them today. They're closed. It's Thursday and it's Thanksgiving Day, and they're closed. But they'll be open tomorrow. They're 5 days a week, from 9 until 6 normally, and they give free health consultations. That's Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon, 541-791-8400. And there's all the information here. There's their email address and so forth. But that phone number, that'll get you a free consultation. And if you are financially disadvantaged, that's what this ministry is all about. And they are a ministry as well, and they deserve your support. So don't run to the health food store and try to find some look-alike, possibly half as good product. Get all of your health products, support Health and Herbs in Albany, Oregon. They deserve it. 541-791-8400 is their phone number. Now you know what we're talking about, where to get it, and free consultations. Now you can see the beginning of an incredible system that's here to make sure that you get comforted, and it's not going to cost you anything for a consultation. Now, let's go back over to the multiple sclerosis. We talked about setting the foundation. Sure, a good multiple vitamin that is liquid that you can hold in your mouth. Every morning you take a half of an ounce and you hold it in your mouth for maybe a minute or two. And it goes through your cheeks, underneath your tongue, sublingually, directly into your bloodstream. Now you're getting all of that nutrition, and wow, you're starting to feel good. Half an ounce in the morning, hold it in your mouth, and then half an ounce in the evening, and do the same thing, and you're getting a blast of great nutrition. Now we're talking about pain and MS relief, and there's a formula. That's what I named it back in the day. I don't know if it's still that same name, but it's still the same number, because the evil authorities make you change the names. They say, oh, you can't say that. People will understand what it's good for. So you have to name it something like formula number 1345. And then they say, oh, that's okay. Nobody can figure out what it's good for. That should ruin your ability to educate people. So that's what you can name it, number 1345. So it'll always be the same number, but you will see that names change, because that's what the evil authorities do to obstruct and stifle the ability of people to be educated about natural remedies. They do that. Now there's something else called MSM that I take every day. And so the pain and MS relief, that's an herbal tincture. It's a compound that relieves pain and calms the nerves. It helps reduce muscle spasms and hysteria and nervous conditions. Pain and MS relief formula is a group of herbs that are good also for head problems, pain, headaches, and facial twitching, and reduces some MS symptoms. Let's take a look and see what's in it. So now we click on that. We can click on any product and look at it and see, and let's see what it is here. Okay, it's $11.88 an ounce. You can buy it by the ounce or by the gallon. The larger, the more and that's another thing. The larger the size, the less you pay. But it's $11.88 for 1 ounce. And we're going to use it by the drop. When I compounded that formulation and put valerian root, wild lettuce seed, wood betony leaf, and structured water, and 20%. It's 20% alcohol. That's right. You say, well, if you don't like the alcohol, you can replace it. They also make it as a vegetable glycerin tincture, which would replace the alcohol for alcohol-free tinctures. So they will make this any way you want to. As a matter of fact, they'll recompound it if you wanted. If you wanted another herb in there, or you wanted to change something, that's what these people do. They are wonderful. They will help you and make sure you get the right amount of medicine. About how much to take? Well, if you're sensitive, start with 6 drops. If you're not, take the doses on up to as much as 30 drops in the mouth. Well, you can put it in juice or water, but it's better if you just put it straight under your tongue, because it's going to go directly into the bloodstream and you're going to get an immediate reaction. Put it in juice or water, it's going to take longer, and you've diluted it. And it'll work, but it's just going to take longer. And it may be taken 3 times or more a day, so until you get some relief. And if 30 drops doesn't hold you for more than an hour or two, well then take it every hour until you get relief, and you can go, or more. This is not a harmful drug. This is a drug. This is a natural remedy. These are foods. Valerian root is a food. Wild lettuce is a food. So is wood betony. And they're foods that an evil government calls drugs. And they're nuts. Anyway, that's what's in that MS formula. And then there's a disclaimer. You see, the FDA, it's another thing that these evil people do. They pretend you don't have a disclaimer with every product, and there is a disclaimer on every page with every product. And here's how it goes. It says that the information presented herein by Health and Herbs is intended for educational purposes only. And these statements have not been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent disease, because that's illegal according to their stupid rules. It doesn't say that part, but I added that. And anyway, individual results may vary. It does say that. And before using any supplements, it's always advisable to consult with your own health care provider. That's right. Get some guidance in what you're doing if you don't have a lot of experience in using natural remedies. That's why you can call the manufacturer and talk to them about it. That's why you can call me on the telephone and talk to me. My phone rings, off the hook quite frequently, but I do answer every single email within 24 to 48 hours normally. I can't sometimes get back to all the calls because I miss the call, and then I try to call back, and then people aren't there, and then I keep calling over and over until we finally connect. But emails, that's the easiest and the best way to connect with me. That way, in case I'm out of the country, in Egypt or in the UK or South America, wherever I am, by email, I'm sure to connect with you. If you want me to do research, I will do research. I will connect with you by email. We can correspond back and forth. We've got a track record of what's going on. I can make sure that you're getting helped. If I'm talking to you over the telephone, because some people don't have an email, some people don't, they're not on the computer. Well, I help those people anyway, and that's why you can call on the telephone. You don't have to have a computer. You can call on the telephone, and they will talk to you, and they will help you, and they will help you to understand, about natural remedies and these types of products. So anyway, there's the pain and MS relief formula, so you know how this works. Let's get back over to multiple sclerosis. And you do know how to call and talk to those folks at betterhealthherbs.com. You can go on their website, and you can call them on the phone, 541-791-8400. And then below that pain and MS relief formula, because what I did in these reports that I created, and I don't own this website. I can't own anything, because if I did, evil authority would attack me. And when I proved to a federal judge I didn't own anything and that I live in poverty, everybody was happy and left me alone because there was nothing they could steal. And that's the way it goes. And that's what the Lord told me. And so that's what I did. And they were confounded that I wasn't some wealthy person, making money doing this. And so federal judge told him to leave me alone. Anyway, now we're talking about multiple sclerosis, and we've talked about Entramax, the greatest multiple vitamin. Then we talked about an herbal tincture extract, pain and MS relief, and we're taking about 36 to 30 drops. We'll start with 6 drops if we're sensitive, 30 drops 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day, whatever it takes to help to relieve the pain and to give you control over muscle spasms, hysteria, and nervous conditions, and head problems. And then below that, in this report that's on the website, herbalhealthreview.com, under common conditions, under multiple sclerosis. Now we're looking at MSM powder. I take it every day. And the dosage is 1 tablespoon 3 times a day with food. And that MSM, that stands for methanol sulfonyl methane, that powder, what it does is it keeps every cell in your body young. That's right. It stops the cell from aging. When you get to the dosage of 1 tablespoon 3 times a day, and what it's the building block, keeping the cells young, and you'll have better fingernails, better hair, you'll have better younger skin that doesn't wrinkle up as you age. So that's what it does, and that's why with the MSM powder, and it's a pound of powder. It looks like a pound of sugar, but it's a little bit bitter. And I take a tablespoon of it, and I put that in my mouth, and I chase it down with water, and it's gone. And that's very cool. It's very cool to the tissues in your mouth and in your body. And this powder rejuvenates joints and all body cells. Rejuvenates them, makes them young. And that's why they give it to an expensive racehorse, so that he has a beautiful coat. And so that racehorse is not sore when he has a real strong workout. This horse is feeling good, isn't sore, no soreness, because it rejuvenates every body, every cell in that horse or in that human, and it lessens the pain and stiffness of arthritis, and it boosts your energy levels. You're energized. And I need a sip of kombucha mushroom here. All right, we shall continue. So MSM powder, that is really a great thing to find out about. And get a pound of it. Take a tablespoon 3 times a day, and watch the skin, the hair, the fingernails. Woo, man, all of a sudden you say, what happened? About 10 or 20 years, it fell right off. So that's one of the things we're giving them. So we're rejuvenating this person. We're relieving the pain and the suffering and the misery here. And we're looking at milk thistle seed. Why? Because milk thistle seed powder or extract will give you 60% new liver cells every 120 days, because it supports rejuvenating the liver and the digestion. That's why I have milk thistle seed powder in my power drink, and I have a power drink every day. And so milk thistle seed for the liver. Okay, now that's really helping the digestion. The liver's now stronger, better, and so forth. Then we're looking at an herb called ashwagandha. Ashwagandha helps nerve exhaustion and loss of muscular energy. So we start laying into the ashwagandha. We get a pound of that powder. We get a pound of milk thistle seed powder. We're going to put that in a power drink. And we're going to make that power drink taste like chocolate and vanilla and cinnamon and blueberries and cherries. Because we did. And it's delicious. And that's why I can't wait to have my power drink yet today. Right after the broadcast, I'm going to do it. Now we got ashwagandha in there for nerve exhaustion. We got milk thistle seed for a new liver. We got MSM for new all body cells. We got pain and MS relief. That's relieving the pain and calming the nerves. We've got Intramax, which is a multiple vitamin that's giving us all this nutrition and so forth. So all of a sudden the body is saying, whoa, wow. So all that. So then but we're not done there. That's just getting things going. because the more you do, the faster your body can take care of the problem all by itself. So now the next thing we're looking at, if we want to and if we need it to support the immune system, is echinacea. Echinacea will support the immune system. And remember, we can click on any of these products that I'm looking at, and it takes me over to where I can see the product in this report. So that's a lot of work, isn't it? And it took me a long time, and I'm still working on it. The next herb, we support the liver. Now let's support the heart and reduce stress on the body. That is called hawthorn berry. And by the way, there's a hawthorn berry tincture extract formula. There's echinacea formulas with other herbs in it if we needed some really superpower kind of support. In other words, this information runs so deep and so inclusive that I've compounded it in a bunch of different directions, which is the reason why when people are calling me back and telling me they don't have diabetes anymore after 3 to 6 weeks, and cancers are under control, or gone, in a few weeks or a few months max. And it's herbs like turmeric that we use, especially for breast cancer and inflammation throughout the body, and inflammation even in the brain and the head, because turmeric is anti-inflammatory and it crosses the blood-brain barrier. Not all products or supplements or nutrients will get into the brain, but turmeric does, and it's anti-inflammatory. So it's great for headaches. And you can, and it's a food, so you can take it like it's going out of style until you don't have any inflammation anywhere in the body. And if it was a tough case, then we get some again. Whenever I'm talking about something, I've always got about 6 more ideas I can pile on behind that to make sure that we get results. I mean, after 55 years, you got a lot of information that you don't even use. You don't have to use, because by the time you use this many things, you've reduced inflammation, and you got the heart going, and you're working on the immune system, and you're helping nerve exhaustion, and you're working and restoring a new liver, and you're rejuvenating every joint and cell in the body, and you're relieving pain with that MS relief formula, and you're giving this super nutrient dense supplement that's liquid and goes directly into your bloodstream. And that's the thing. All these liquids, hold them in your mouth because they go directly in your bloodstream. And if you just put something in your mouth and swallow it right away, you haven't given it a chance to go directly into the system. You bypass that, and now you're getting some through directly into the blood, and you're getting some that's being digested and taken through the digestive tract. So the state-of-the-art delivery system is under the tongue, and it'll go right, and you'll get more of whatever. And that's why these liquids are so cool. That you get more out of them, and that's why the government hates them the most and attacks them the most. Anybody that manufactures natural remedies, they're trying to make it so expensive and so difficult that you'll not want to buy them, because what's now like $11-12 for an ounce, they would like it to be more like $100 or $200 an ounce, and the way they're going and the rules that they create are making that a reality. And a lot of people don't quite get it yet. They don't understand how evil and how relentless the FDA is. But that's how evil and relentless they are. They've already created the rules and they published them, and there was a backlash. So now, well, of course there was. And a lot of people went out of business and said, I can't fight this anymore. And so you've lost a lot of natural remedy manufacturers. There's no one else who does what I'm doing here and having all of these remedies. There's no one else in America that now does that. I'm one of the last people standing, only because I defeated the FDA in court, and they don't know what to do with me. Well, I know they know what to do with me. Murder me like they do everybody else. Anyway, muscle relaxant is the next thing, because we can now use a formulation of herbs that are going to work for tight and sore muscles and backache and bursitis and lupus and muscular problems, pleurisy, rheumatism, spasms, and tetanus. This is a muscle relaxant formulation, and it will do it. And use as much as you need. If 6 drops is enough under the tongue, great, you're there. And a 2-ounce bottle will last you a long, long time. A 1-ounce bottle will last you a month or so when you're taking 6 drops. But if you need a lot, 30 drops every 3 or 4 hours or minutes, well, that's what it takes. Do that until you're there, because that is a muscle relaxant. We need to know how much it takes to do it. Of all of these things, start with a small amount, increase it till you feel it. You know it's either working or it's not working. Okay, now we've seen a muscle relaxant that's really going to be helpful. Then there's that everyday liquid sunshine drops. That's vitamin D3. Now the trick on the vitamin D3 is the dosage on the label is going to say like about 3 drops, 2 or 3 drops. Okay, that's 2,000 or 3,000 IUs. Now, what you want to do is get 50,000 drops. That's 50 drops for 15 days. On the 16th day, you drop back to 10 drops. Now what you've done is, because vitamin D is so powerful, it hits the immune system and it puts it into gear. It will stimulate the immune system. It's crucial for cell differentiation, normalizing levels of calcium and phosphorus, and maintaining strong bones, and promoting healthy blood pressure, and supporting the immune system balance. It's important. It's an important nutrient that relies on daily intake. Every day you need it. And when you get it, it slashes cancer risk by 77% when you're taking vitamin D3, and again, under the tongue, 50 drops every day for 15 days, 15 days. 50 drops every day for 15 days. On the 16th day, 10 drops. And every day thereafter, 10 drops. Now you have the immune system you're blazing. And low vitamin D has proven to lead to multiple sclerosis. So just not having enough vitamin D can cause multiple sclerosis. Now there's sarsaparilla, a root, a liquid tincture extract. And the reason why, and don't be confused with sarsaparilla and sassafras, that's not the same as sarsaparilla.